Let me go as far as saying to live only on the light, to see only light, is demonic. What do you mean? What is demonic? Or what is a spiritual attack? It's an attack that was sent against you in order for you to be weak. You know what I mean? Think about it. Just because you're the light, just because you live your life in truth, doesn't mean that darkness doesn't exist. Therefore, you should not be naive to darkness. You know what I mean? The metaphor I want to use today is this word from Bruce Lee. A wonderful metaphor, by the way. He says, my friend, be like water. You know what I mean? At the beginning, I understood it in a different way. But now, I understand it in depth. You know what I mean? What is water? Water can be as cool as a fan, you know, or as violent as it could be. You know what I mean? Therefore, you are both sides of the coin, chosen one, yin yang. You know what I'm saying? Seriously speaking. You know, therefore, you shall not lead your life only with light, being naive to darkness. Yeah. Hello, beautiful people of the world. This is Alula, and welcome to Awaken the Ego Within. Chosen, if you haven't subscribed by now, you're missing out. Check me out on Insta at Awaken the Ego. The link is on the channel. Now, if they ever were to ask you of your origin, say you're from the light. You know what I mean? Now, that's partly the reason why you bring light, you know, to everywhere you go. You know what I'm saying? This is why you're a big deal, chosen one, because of your origin. You know what I mean? But now, look where we are. Guys, the place that we are is nothing but darkness. If you ask me, I would say, it's naive of you to think, or it's naive of you just to see the light. It's a wrong thing to just see goodness in people. You know what I mean? Chosen ones know peace is the natural way of life. But that does not mean that there's times in your life where you need to come out and show who you really are. Let me tell you something. In fact, spiritual people can be the most violent people ever. That is partly because to a spiritual person, death means nothing. You know what I mean? In order for you to thrive in this world, chosen, as this is an animal kingdom in a way, you know what I mean? You need to be able to turn beast, you know what I mean? And be able to unleash hell upon whoever threatens you. Instant. Let me tell you something. But you got to be controlled or control yourself just as you are. You got to be the light as you are. You know what I mean? But understand that just as God is, you know what I mean? Since we are created in God's image, you know what I mean? We are the most peaceful and also the most violent when it comes to it. If it comes to it. Seriously speaking. You know what I mean? I mean, what is it about religion that they continue to preach about peace, forgiveness? You know what I mean? Guys, if you're only looking of forgiveness, forgiving people who are ready to destroy you or situations and things, spiritual, whether it's spiritually, physically, or in any way. You know what I mean? If you just look at the goodness, this will make you weak. You know what I mean? And weak men and women chosen, that's not who we are. We are strong men and women. We're created in God's image. Therefore, we can be, as the situation requires. You know what I mean? Yeah. Seriously speaking. There was some times where I had to really come and show people who I really am. You know what I'm saying, guys? But especially spiritually speaking. You know what I mean? Now, what is the first light for you not to just live in the light chosen? Because this will make you vulnerable. This will make you open to attacks. You know what I mean? Funny enough, the people who preach this thing, the people who preach forgiveness, are the people who are looking to do you harm. It's the people who are looking to take advantage of you. Yeah. Particularly, this is why religion has been so effective in Africa, or like when it comes to people of color. You know what I'm saying? And look at where that left us, collectively and also individually in our lives as well. Not good. What does that say? That says, guys, if you lead your life only seeing goodness in people, even though when they come and show you who they really are, you know what I mean? This will make you open, or this will leave you open for people to be take advantage of you. You know what I mean? Therefore, when there's people show you kindness, then you must show kindness just as you are. But then when you notice that people, have the wrong intention, you have to be ready to defend yourself, chosen ones, especially spiritually. Spiritual attacks is all over the place. Therefore, you must be like an army that is in control of all of your health, whether it's spiritual health. I should say soldier, not army. You know what I mean? What is the next reason for you not to just live your life only on the light? You know what I mean? Only operate, and also operate in the darkness too. You know what I mean? Is that people are not going to change, your situation or things are not just going to change just because you're the light. But the funny thing about this situation is that when you are like strong spiritually, especially like your spiritual enemies, whatever, they seem to be so weak. Some of them even look harmless, they look like they can do no harm. Guess what? All that is just pretending. All that is just disguising themselves. Just the moment that you're weak, that is when all hell shall be unleashed upon you. Guys, the moment you are down, that is where you're gonna get kicked down the most, so that you never get up. But as a chosen one, know that God is always with you. God loves you, God protects you, and you're gonna get up regardless of who's kicking you. But now part of protecting yourself would be chosen one is also to see the darkness in people before it arises, using your spiritual senses and putting an end to it before that ever happens to you. You know what I mean? This is what we say. We never fight against spirits. We fight against principalities of spirit that inhabits on people, like people's energy. Whether it's jealousy, whether it's backstabbing, whether it's lies, you know, all these negative things. But these things show up in people. Therefore, when people who show you who they are first time, you got to believe them. You know what I mean? Now, let me close this video with this thing, guys, that I want to say. You know what I mean? You ever noticed that how, like, high-value women or most attractive women don't like nice guys? You know what I mean, guys? Seriously speaking. You know what I mean? Because a nice guy or somebody that's not strong, whether it's physically, mentally, or all that, is not, like, cannot protect, like, especially if you got family and, like, so therefore you cannot be trusted. A good man is a strong man, a kind man, chosen just as you are, but also an animal if it needs being. If motherfuckers come threaten you, you need to go, you need to ready to blast when it comes to that. But does not mean that you go looking for it. But it's something that you keep it in your arsenal, just in case you need it. Because chosens, even though we're from the light, even though we shine so brightly to, you know, in this world, we have to acknowledge that the world we're living in most of it is darkness. Therefore, you must arm yourself in both ways. As they say, attack is the best defense. Yeah, alright, good day guys, bye bye.